Deontay Wilder's back. He's fighting Derek Chisora in April. And he's now a conversation, okay? Deontay Wilder is hated by a lot of people. We know this. He's racially hated by a lot of people. And Deontay Wilder is trying not to speak about Tyson Fury, but he's continuously asked about Tyson Fury. He did an interview, I want to say a couple of days ago, and he talked about, Tyson Fury, the whole cheating scandal with Tyson Fury, right? And he basically stated that, a lot of people accepted him being cheated basically because he is a foundational Black American man. Okay. And we know that's the real reason. We know why people ignored all the evidence of Tyson Fury cheating Deontay Wilder. A lot of people sit up here and act like that wasn't the case, knowing damn well that it was. A lot of these people personally hates Deontay Wilder because Deontay Wilder is a proud foundational Black American man. Okay. Now, I scrolled through my timeline and I've seen a lot of people talking about Deontay Wilder, but not for the reason that you will think it is, right? Boxing. And then a lot of these people, like I said, they personally hate Deontay Wilder. Okay, they hate him, but they're talking about him. Listen, this is how bad it is. Anybody that's praising Deontay Wilder, they'll be met with criticism or backlash from individuals who hate Deontay Wilder. But they are the individuals who hate Deontay Wilder and who will criticize anyone who praises Deontay Wilder are now speaking on Deontay Wilder. They're speaking about Deontay Wilder's situation with Tyson Fury, not about his up-and-coming fight with Derek Chisora, excuse me. They're talking about him pulling the so-called race card, right? The race card. Now, my thing is, if these people hate Deontay Wilder, if they don't want anything to do with Deontay Wilder, if Deontay Wilder triggers them, then why would they be speaking about him so-called pulling the race card? Deontay Wilder is a man that these people despise personally, but yet they are the first ones speaking on every move that Deontay Wilder makes. They're the first one speaking on whatever it is that triggers them that Deontay Wilder says. It's like us. And what I mean by us, I mean by the foundational Black American community. A lot of these people here in this spaces, well, the anti-Black boxing community, they've always talked about us being bad for boxing, us, being radical or just not good individuals, right? They talk bad about us, but yet they're the first ones waiting in line for us to drop a video so they can listen to it. The first ones. They can't stand anything about us. They always show up to disagree with everything that we say, but they're the first ones waiting in line for us to drop a video so they can listen to it. When you look at what goes on, in the outside world, whenever the Black community or the foundational Black American community are protesting against the government, who's always the ones that are clapping back at us? People that has nothing to do with our cause, right? When we protest against the government, we're not protesting against the people. We're protesting against the government, but it is the people that are clapping back at us for protesting against the government. People who hate us always find themselves getting involved with our situation. Always. When they can easily be minding their business. When we have a movement, when we start a movement that has nothing to do with these racist people, these very same racist people always magically sneak into our business, making it about themselves. Always. When we protest against the government mistreating us, these racist people find a way to make our protest about them. They always put up barriers to protect whatever that it is that is mistreating us. I started in the oil fields back in 2007. I was, let's say, maybe 22 years old. And this is a story that you guys don't want to hear. I remember when at the time he was a supervisor. He was a Black dude. He was a supervisor for the oil company that I work for now. And his daughter I went to school with, and I was friends with his daughter. So he got me to apply. This was back in 2007. So I ended up applying, and around that time they were doing just a massive hiring event. They were hiring anyone who applied. So they needed people. This is when the oil prices kicked up, right? And he told me to go apply because they're going to hire me immediately. So I go down there and I apply. Now, let me tell you, man, when I say days, weeks, and months went by, I mean, man, I was just patiently waiting for a phone call. And the supervisor that told me to go apply called me and told me, hey, man, what's going on? I seen so many classes come in. I haven't seen you yet. And I told him, I'm just waiting still. He goes, what? Yeah, I said, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the phone call. Now, mind you, he was expecting me to be hired 2 months ago, right? 2 months prior to me filling out that application. And he goes, okay, hold on. He hangs up with me and he calls me back a day later. And he tells me, go apply again. So I go down there and apply again. And this time the director was in there. And a couple of hours after I applied, I'm taking a drug test. So I'm getting ready to get hired. So the person that got me hired tells me that the HR there, which was an Hispanic guy, was shredding black people's applications. Every black person that applied, he was shredding the application. Now back then, in 07, we didn't apply online. We applied through paper. He was shredding every black person's application. Okay. So I get hired. And man, let me tell you, man, the oil industry was a different world. I was like, man, this is not my industry. This is not my place. It was a different ballgame. And me being young and black, I had to get busy. All right. No breaks. I had to eat my lunch on the job, like as I'm working, 12-hour shift. Anyone that knows anything about being a rig hand, especially a new guy, you got to get busy. And this is probably why I'm so damn strong at 40 years old. I bust my behind and got no credit for it. I was the only black guy on my crew. All the other crew workers were Hispanic, right? And at that time, 2007, 2008, they were getting rid of the Caucasian people there. They were kicking them out because they were, how would I say this without actually saying, they were basically getting their nose dirty on the job site. They were showing up to work, feeling a little extra, if you know what I mean. And they were kicking those people out. So the oil industry was primarily Hispanic dudes, and they all spoke Spanish. Okay. They knew English, but they spoke Spanish amongst each other. Now watch this. When we went to safety meetings, maybe 300 to 350 workers would show up. And let me tell you this, man, it was only 12 of us. When I mean by us, I'm talking about black people. 12. And we're talking about 12 out of maybe 350 people. 12 of us. I was the only black worker, meaning rig hand. The other black people that were there were supervisors and managers, were the company that I worked for on that specific lease. And when we had, like I said, we had barbecues or big old safety meetings, we would all link up and talk amongst each other, because there wasn't many of us. There was only 12 of us, while everybody else would talk in large groups. I'm talking about really, really large groups. But whenever we talked amongst each other, we made others feel uncomfortable, right? They outnumbered us from 100 to 1. If you know what I mean, they outnumbered us by a lot, but they were more focused on trying to get involved in our conversation, even though they had much larger groups. They were focused on what we were saying, or trying to get in on what we were talking about, because, we just have that in us. I mean, people just wanted to know, even though they don't like us, they want to be involved in what we were doing or saying. And I peeped that at a very young age. And when you translate that into here in this community, yes, we may outnumber others, but those others hate us. And you would think that the ones that hate us wouldn't want anything to do with us, but yet they're the first ones in line waiting for us to drop a video. They hate everything about our fighters, but yet they're always talking about our fighters. Not about boxing, but about other things. Now that Deontay Wilder is fighting, you will think that these people who hate him because he's black will be talking about his up-and-coming fight and not his situation with Tyson Fury.